Bonjour à tous, merci d'être là. Salut les enfants. Je me présente rapidement, je m'appelle Arthur Levaillant. Moi je suis navigateur, ça fait 3 jours que je suis avec vous ici. Et en fait on va avoir un petit changement de programme ce matin. On devait avoir Guillaume qui devait nous parler tout de suite. Et en fait on va avoir Hanli qui va venir vous faire une petite séance de méditation avant la conférence et l'échange avec Guillaume. Parce que on pensait que c'était bien d'aller dans ce sens-là. Et ça va nous faire du bien d'être bien en phase avec l'échange qu'on va avoir avec Guillaume. So Hanli, if you want to come on stage with me and to try to start
For sure.
to breathe in Paris.
Yes. Bonjour. I did that this morning to an Uber driver, and then he started speaking French to me, and I was like, no, that's it.
Where are you come from, Hanli?
I'm from Cape Town in South Africa.
And you are a freediver too.
Yes, I'm a freediver and ocean conservationist.
Great. I'll leave you.
Perfect. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited that you thought you were here for Guillaume, and now you get to listen to me first. Thank you, Guillaume. He is in the room. You will get to listen to him. Don't worry. So this morning, I wanted to, before you get the opportunity to follow the journey of Guillaume's incredibly impressive deep dives and fascinating career and his love of the ocean, I want to give you your own personal little window into our world and a taste of it. How many of you have tried freediving? Oh, that's wonderful. How many of you have never tried any freediving or breathwork before? Good, welcome, that's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with just landing in our bodies. What a perfect day for it next to the river and in the sunshine. And then we're going to do a little bit of deeper breathing. I'm going to talk to you about how your body is adapted to the ocean, and then you'll get a chance to do a couple of deeper breaths with us. So follow the process. It will be a good experience on a Saturday morning in sunny Paris. So, as you heard, I'm also a freediver. Guillaume and I actually started around the same time, a long time ago, and I used to compete for South Africa in freediving. These days, I live in Cape Town, and I run an organization that works with taking children to experience the ocean for the first time. So my life passion is helping people to fall in love with the ocean, because when we truly love something, we truly want to protect it and take care of it. So, to begin with, now that you've all sitting down comfortably, let's stand up. Okay. So, first to begin with, you want to imagine really being able to breathe deeply, like being able to really access your lungs and take deep breaths. So get your feet about hip distance apart, standing comfortably. Yeah, your arms down. And bring your hand onto your belly. And just take some big, deep, slow breaths where you feel your belly expanding when you inhale and through your nose or your mouth, whichever you prefer. Can you still hear me without the microphone? Okay, good. Right. So bring your other hand onto your chest. Now, if any of you have ever felt like I couldn't try freediving or I can't dive deeper because my lungs are small, that's not true. Change direction on your shoulders. Your lungs are completely squishy. So your lungs can take in as much air as your rib cage and your chest and your back will allow. So the more flexibility you get, the more breath you can take in. And the bigger and bigger your lungs can get. Guillaume, how big are your lungs? Vital 8, total 10. 10 liters of air within Guillaume. You can't see that when he's just standing there, but when he starts breathing in, which we'll get him to do later, you start seeing it expand, expand, expand. I had 4-liter lung volume when I started freediving. Through training and practicing, I now have 6. That's a 50% increase just from stretching. So really getting your lung volume to expand through relaxation and stretching can give you a lot more capacity in your freediving. But it's not just about how big a breath you can take, it's about how you use the oxygen that you have. That is the biggest ticket. Our bodies use oxygen, our brains use oxygen, our organs use oxygen. So the more we can slow everything down, especially our thoughts, the more we can become efficient at using the oxygen we get in our breaths. So now I'd like you to, those of you who are sitting on benches, find somebody next to you that you think they look pretty friendly. They've chosen to be at a breathwork session on a Saturday morning. That can't be that dangerous. And what I'd like you to do is sit on the bench, but with your legs open and your back against that person. Yeah? If you're wearing a dress, just pull it up. We're all friends here. You'll be fine. HR. No, you're backing up to each other. There we go. This is perfect. This way, so now each of you have a dive buddy. But it's okay that you don't know each other because you're sitting with your back to each other, but you can feel your buddy breathing and you can feel that they're okay. If you feel them starting to fall off the bench, please catch them. All right. Okay. So now I'd like you to close your eyes so you can really just relax. Close your eyes. And just start connecting with your breath. Our bodies remember water. Our first 9 months are spent in a watery world, surrounded by sounds, muffled light, colors. We start as water nymphs, as water creatures. And then we are born to sound, to smell, to sight. And we step into a world where we have to take our first breath. And from that first breath to today, your body breathes for you. In and out, and in and out. The simple, simple alchemy of breath that you don't even have to think about. And then one day, you focus on the breath. What more can the breath do? As reflexive breathers, we don't have to think of our breathing, but when we start directing the focus to the breath, we discover a superpower. Breathe in and out. Find what's most comfortable for you with your breath, whether you're inhaling through your nose or your mouth, and we're going to slow it down. And we're all going to breathe in together slowly and out together slowly. So to begin, take an easy breath. Easy breath out. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd like you to keep the breath flowing. You can quietly count or just feel the rhythm, but keep the breath flowing as I tell you about what happens in your body when you breathe and when you choose to not breathe. Every inhalation, you breathe in this mixture of gases our beautiful blue planet gives us, 21% oxygen. Your body uses the oxygen and you exhale the carbon dioxide. And again, you inhale the oxygen, use it, and exhale the carbon dioxide. When we choose to hold our breath, the carbon dioxide levels start rising, rising, rising. And the rising levels of carbon dioxide in your body is what asks you, please breathe. First, your body is very polite. Please breathe. And if you continue to hold, she becomes more persistent. I'd like you to breathe. I want you to breathe. The I like you to breathe, I want you to breathe feels like a contraction in your stomach. This is your diaphragm, your biggest reflexive muscle, telling you to exhale and inhale. This isn't dangerous. It's a reflexive muscle doing its job, but it feels foreign. We're going to do some deeper breathing. We're going to hold our breath. And I'm going to ask you to bring your hand onto your belly, and maybe you'll start having a conversation with your body. Easy breath in. Exhale. And in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just hold. Close your mouth. Relax your shoulders. Hold your hand on your belly and relax. Just feel your feet on the ground, your back against your body, or the sun on your head. Hold the breath, but relax the body. Maybe swallow if that feels good. And just quietly, with curiosity, start noticing any sensation, any thought, any feeling. you start feeling, I want to breathe, that's fine. Say, I hear you, body. We're talking. If you start feeling a movement in your belly, in your diaphragm, say, good morning. We haven't met before. And at any time when you want to breathe, you just exhale and breathe. And anyone still holding, slowly exhale. Good. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out, 2, 3, 4, and sigh it out. And easy breath in. Close your eyes and let's breathe in together. Big breath into your stomach, chest, little bit up into your shoulders comfortably, and hold the breath, but relax the shoulders, relax the arms. If you want to bring your hands onto your legs, you can. Be completely relaxed, as completely as you can be vertically, and holding your breath. And I want you to feel the air inside of you, one breath being enough. The stillness of thoughts coming and going, staying, not staying. No judgment, no attachment, just holding that breath. And I want you to imagine the color blue, the blue of the ocean on a sunny day. And I want you to imagine that color starting at your feet and rising up through your calves, through your knees, into your legs, into your hips, up through your shoulders to your face, that beautiful blue color. And just hold that. Hold that blue and relax and relax. And now feel that blue up in your face, turning into a forest green and sliding down through your shoulders, down into your arms, down into your fingertips. Forest green like the Amazon, into your legs, into your feet. And relax. And as you root down through that green, I want you to hold your breath for 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and exhale. And slow breath in. And sigh it out. And with each of these breaths you take, the blue, the green, the blue, the green. More than half the oxygen we breathe comes from the ocean. Every breath we take, the planet gives us. 1 breath blue, 1 breath green. Every breath you take, you're connected to the ocean. As you breathe in this oxygen the ocean gives us, we're not separate from ocean, from nature. We are ocean. We are nature. When we hold our breath, a seal wakes up inside of us, a mammalian dive response, where our heart rate slows down, Our blood gets redirected. Our spleen constricts to give us more oxygen. You are an aquatic being. Your body remembers water. With every breath you take, you connect back to who you are. And every time you get in the water, your body remembers. I'd like you to take one last breath in. And as you hold it quietly, in the quiet of that one breath, in the quiet of yourself, I want you to remember your first memory of the ocean, of water. It doesn't have to be highly significant. It doesn't have to absolutely be the first one, but an early one, a memory of what it feels like to be in water. And as you exhale, I encourage you to every day, whether or not you get the opportunity to get in water, to live your ocean self, the one that knows who you are and where you come from, and the one that knows the importance we play on this place we call home. One last breath in. And as you exhale, you can slowly open your eyes. Stretch out your shoulders, come back into the space and body. You can give your buddy a little pat for keeping you safe. And then slowly you can turn around back to the front. Welcome back to Paris. I hope you all had a good journey. I think does anybody want to share anything that they thought or felt or experienced when they were holding their breath? Anybody want to share anything?
Quelqu'un veut partager en français ou en anglais d'ailleurs hein, sa respiration?
It's fine if you don't. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was really a great time with you, with your beautiful voice. And I felt I was in my mother, in the uterus of my mother. And at the same time, I was in the sea. I was laying on a lake between earth and the sky. And I felt so good. So thank you very much. It was really nourishing, peaceful.
Anybody else want to share something? Yeah?
So even though I arrived a little bit late, I started breathing here, and it had like an immediate release sensation. So, and those images of the blue, the ocean and Amazon, it was like really immediately tuning in. So it's thank you, because it's powerful, and I was a bit stressed before, and now I feel good, and it's a very good technique also for the future. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for sharing. Guillaume, would you like to join me for just a second? I think something that you'll find you're going to have an opportunity to listen to Guillaume quite a lot now as well, and I actually have to go back to I'm speaking on the main stage here in a very short amount of time, so leaving you in good hands. What I said before, when you start harnessing the power of your breath and become aware of it, that it's a superpower, this isn't something we share lightly. You know, I think we feel so often that we are travelers, that we don't have control over where we're going and what's happening, and everything is so insecure in the world right now. But every time we come back to our breath, it really allows us to connect with that. And I mean, Arthur and Guillaume are going to have a long conversation, but I think just tying into this breathwork, Guillaume, I think if you just wanted to share a few of your like strongest, almost like recommendations of how people can use the breath in everyday life, I think that would be lovely.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I will finish this conversation in English, and then I will switch to French with Arthur. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I was very curious to hear your session, and I didn't want to interfere and to. So I really don't. I want you to stay in this kind of peace state of mind. So I don't want you to do another exercise that is different. I mean, we do the same. We have the same approach. But what I have discovered teaching more and more people is that I think our body knows how to breathe normally. It's the way we live every day that changes the perception of breathing. And what I tell to people when I'm teaching is that try to remember when you are exhausted, when you come back home in the evening, and when you just want to release all the tension, what are you doing? You do a sigh, un soupir. We do that most of the time.
Dogs do it really well.
Yes. And I think the power of sigh, le pouvoir du soupir, is crazy. And this, the way we are preparing before a deep dive, the way I'm preparing before a deep dive, is at the end very similar. When I'm preparing for a deep dive, and you were doing, I'm sure the same, is to reduce the metabolism, to be as calm as possible. The impact of breathing is not only to reduce the oxygen intake, it's also to slow down the breathing electric activity. And I've made some study to show how impactful it is. And the little trick I have is like as soon as in your everyday life you feel like tension, you feel like you're overwhelmed with things to do, to-do list, and you are like losing the control, we have the breathing. We have the breathing with us. That's like a magic wand that we can activate. And it doesn't take 10, 15, 20 minutes. 2 minutes are enough. 3 minutes are enough to stop and connect. And the thing I try to share and I try to apply to myself is very simple. When you stop, you can close your eyes. You can even do it opening your eyes, like when you are stuck in traffic jam with red lights and you are late and you're like, okay, I just want to relax, accept, because it is how it is. So you can even stay with your eyes open. What I do is like deep inhale, exactly what you did. You just be sure that you breathe through with the diaphragm and the chest. Then a little breath hold, and you can either do a sigh, or if you want to to slow down even longer, the idea of a sigh is, what is the idea behind the sigh? Is like passive exhale, completely relax all your muscles. But if you want to extend the exhale, you can just close the mouth. Same idea, same philosophy, relax completely. But because the space between your mouth and your teeth is reduced, you can extend the exhale. So it's as simple as, and we do it together. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. Completely relaxed. And as long as you can, you just leave the lungs find the balance. And if you think it's too long, you can just open the mouth.
Perfect.
And the idea is for one time of inhale, one time of exhale, and you one time of hold, and you exhale between 2 and 3 times. So 4 seconds, 4 seconds, and 8, 10, 12 seconds of exhale. You can repeat that 5, 6, 8, 7, 8 times. That's it. The day, a new day is starting.
Exactly. Thank you. And so that's exactly, your breath is your superpower. And it has, like we did with the meditation, it has a way of really rewiring the brain when we focus on the breath and also use visualization. And then on a purely physical level, it 100% resets things. So take that with you. Your breath is your superpower. We are ocean beings. It's not something that belongs to deep freedivers or explorers or people who have done something spectacular in the ocean. It is your birthright, and it is your home. And I wish for you a beautiful day full of sunshine, deep breaths, and connections. And I have to unfortunately run, but enjoy the conversation with Guillaume, one of my very favorite freedivers and old friend, and I hope to see you in the ocean soon again.